Justin, thanks for your time. You're now the lead batting coach for Australia. Just tell us a little bit about that role.
Well, it was a great opportunity. When I retired from Somerset, Tim Nielsen and Ricky Ponting asked me if I'd be interested. I didn't really know if I'd had any interest in coaching, but I thought it'd be a great apprenticeship if I wanted to, and the last 12 months has been good fun.
Dare I ask it, apart from 100 test matches and thousands of runs, have you got any coaching qualifications?
Well, I've got the formal qualifications, but look, in the end of the day, I remember received a letter from Sir Donald Bradman 15 years ago, and the last line was "never become a slave to coaching." So I remembered that during my playing career, and in this role, I remember that clearly as well. That often it's just about little things that are going on in the mind, or just tweaking little things rather than getting too carried away with qualifications or having a bit of paper saying you're a good coach.
So you weren't really a great believer in coaching when you played then?
I always had someone who overlooked my game, no doubt about that. And I had a couple of people I trusted, whether it was with my technique or whether it was physically. And I had some great mentors as well. I think that's been one of the strengths of Australian cricket. It certainly helped me. We had some great mentors, whether it was Rod Marsh as the head coach of the Cricket Academy, or Greg Chappell, or guys I played with like Steve Waugh and Alan Border and Matthew Hayden. The list goes on. Just great mentors. So that's sort of how I see my job more than anything else, just a mentor to some of the guys coming through.
Is it easier or harder coming in straight away, having retired and having played with some of these guys?
I remember Jimmy Adams telling me, the ex-West Indian captain, I asked him about coaching. He said, you've got to make sure that you've got all your playing out of your system. And I knew I had. So from that point of view, no, it's okay. I think a very big part of coaching is trust and building a bond. That's what I've found throughout my career, that I had some great bonds that were not just over a short time, but over a long time. So the fact that I've known Ricky and played with Michael Clark and Caddo and Mike Hussey, I think that helps. And it's also nice to have the new guys coming through who are getting to know me, and hopefully we can form some good relationships. So
there was no part of you yesterday in that first hour that wanted to be out there facing Jimmy Anderson?
Oh, every single part of me, in the sense, but you probably felt it. And in fact, there was probably 34,000 people who some small part of them wanted to be out there to play Ashes cricket. Of course you feel it. And when Andrew Strauss walked across the line on that first morning, I have to say that's the one thing I miss most about cricket. Just that, and you remember it, as you walk across the line, you're prepared, you're pumped, you're playing Ashes cricket, and the crowd almost lifts you out to the middle. So of course I missed part of it, but I'm enjoying what I'm doing.